Oh, we should have that open, shouldn't we? And I didn't adjust it. Welcome back. We're gonna try this once again. Let me fix this camera. I wish it would save the settings, but it doesn't. Kind of laggy. Way too much. What's going on with my camera actually now? Colors get all weird. It's always something. There's always something going on. I feel like the colors are all shot now. Color correction. That up a little bit. Weird how everything kind of just reset itself, even though it didn't. All right, anyway. Welcome back. We tried this just probably an hour ago, but we're gonna try it again. I figured out the issue I was having with the fuel and figured out how to get around it. And I'll kind of show you that when we get there. This is World Tour Flight 235. We're flying from Tonga over to the Cook Islands. We're in Jetstar in the Airbus A320neo from FlyByWire A32NX. We're using GSX Pro, which gave us the problems, the integration between the two. Mhz Mist Curl, welcome back. Thank you. It's me. Oh, it's okay. I was like, who the heck is Mhz Mist Curl? Hey, Mika. Welcome in. Yep, we're going to try this flight again. Because if I don't do it tonight, I'm going to be very frustrated. But I figured it out. Or I asked for help, and I was able to figure out what the problem was. So let's get in plane. Let's get things going as soon as we can. You can see the catering vehicles are there. Kind of speed through this. Lights on. We'll turn on the dome light as well. Jumping over here. So here's the problem. Is for some reason GSX Pro is acting silly. You can see our payload is fine, that's working, but the fuel, it won't load. But you can see I have a blue box here, which means, yes, I can load it right away. Really cool. Now, hopefully, everything's just looking weird. But we can just fuel ourselves and don't have to worry about GSX Pro. And this is where the setting is. You can have, it actually splits them into two, which is really nice. So payload, that's gonna sync. Everything's gonna be, GSX is going to be controlling it. Once those passengers are coming on, they're going to load on. Fueling, we turned it off because the fueling's not working right now, so we'll just do it like this at a certain point. Right now we're just hold here for now. Payload looks good there. Let's get everything set up. We got again the beautiful sunrise coming in. Really cloudy here. The clouds are starting to roll in, which is pretty cool. I love when there's clouds at a sunrise, sunsets. It's beautiful. Get all the integrated lighting turned on the way we like it. Strobe to auto, wing, nav, no smoking auto, emergency lights armed, resupply, ground control on, at 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 1, 3, 2. And we'll get the pump. Here we go. Up and back over here. We'll go fuel and start fueling that up. And we'll get the passengers coming on. It doesn't take too long. Really, what we're going to be waiting on is going to be the. Well, we'll be fine because cargo usually takes a while. 6 minutes for the alignment. Big deal there. Me too, Miser. What do you mean, Mika? You figured out the fuel problem? Yeah, so if you have an issue with the fuel, I'd say right now, like, if you're having an issue where the fueling isn't working, like we had on the previous stream, don't cancel. Oh, I see. Love the cloudy web. Don't cancel out. Just go into your settings here on the FB, third-party options, turn off the synchronization, and that will allow you to go back to the old school way of just fuel. You don't get the little visual, but I'd rather be able to fuel properly than be dealing with nonsense. All right, so you can see our Zulu time, our universal time is 1800. That's actually my local time. In real life, it's actually... Oh, what time would it be in real life? Because it's... Basically, I have it... That's kind of weird. Oh, never mind. I'm going to say this isn't real life time at all. But I do have it set. I basically have it set to universal time is set to my time right now. Because you can see how universal time is 6:01 p.m. Not the real universal time right now. And that ends up being 6:01 in the morning over here. But that is not real time. But simply the time here in the sim, which happens to match up with my... Alright, anyway. Enough blabbering on that. We want to get the passengers coming on board. That's why I had GSX open. I want to get the cargo and passengers coming on. So, request boarding.
Requested.
Over here to the services. We'll open up the aft door so that this catering can go. All we need for that. The request. And that's the thing with this plane, it's so fast because you're just pulling everything out of sim brief. It looks okay there. Going to page 2. And looking at our waves, payload, and they're going to start coming on here. 33.4, 60.3, 33.4. We're going with 9.9 for block fuel, like last time. Headwind, I think we had, or tailwind, we had 15 knots. That might have changed by now, but I didn't change my sim brief, so might be slightly inaccurate on that. Oh well. Not gonna split too many hairs over it. We're seeing the passengers coming over the path. Have the right plane here. Back on. Go to the main menu. We have the LEAP 1A26. Alright, takeoff. We're taking off runway 11. In the calculator, we'll go to the performance page, and we got a flex for 1. Flex 67 degrees. 1200 for our engine out. Switch to climb thrust, I mean. 151, 152, and 157. The V2. Good on that. Alright, flight plan. Got our flight clearance.
Fuaʻamotu Tower, Jetstar 998, parking 1, request clearance to Rarotonga with information, Victor.
Jetstar 998, clear to Rarotonga, via D1 Prepar, Jetstar
Why it's so fast now?
11, initial climb, 3000, then as filed, squawk, 6546.
Clear to Rarotonga, via D1 Prepar, Jetstar departure, runway 11, initial climb, 3000, then as filed, squawk, 6546, Jetstar 998.
Jetstar 998, read back correct, when ready, contact Fuaʻamotu ground, 121.9.
When ready, contact Fuaʻamotu ground, 121.9, Jetstar 998.
Moza, yeah, I got basically what you can do, and if you're ever doing this and you run into this problem, I don't know, but you can see I can use my fuel right now because I turned off third-party options, the GSX fueling synchronization. So if you ever have any issues with either of the synchronizations with GSX, just turn it off and they'll let you go back to the old school way of doing it with the A20N. So that's why I'm giving it another try here, because I think we should be able to do it now and get this flight in. I will be stepping away while we're at cruise. I gotta do a little bit of plumbing work. Gotta clear a clog in our pipes, but probably grab some dinner. But it'll be during cruise while we're just kind of hanging out over the ocean, so it shouldn't be a big deal.
Thank you.
Now let's jump in here, get our departure set up. Departure is gonna be runway 11, and add a 1 Papa to Egexo. Insert. Clear that discontinuity. Clear that discontinuity. And then we'll jump down Cook Islands here. Arrival is going to be runway RNAV 08 Whiskey. Doing. NF1 Alpha to Apuna. And I believe got Gutma. That transition. Got that up. No, whoops. No discontinuities. Everything looks good in there. All right, so we are set. Yep, still going to that island. I really just want to get this flight in, and I already have it planned and all that. But I will. If you ever request, like, if you'd like to see, I know you want to go into Miami. I mean, give me. Well, I know you want to go into Miami, so I can always figure out a good flight to go into Miami. You want to go into Miami or out of Miami? Let me know. I'm not against doing that. Just got to find the good flight to do it. And I do have off this. I'm probably gonna have a 3-day weekend this next weekend. I only work Monday through Thursday, and then I have Friday and Saturday off for sure, and possibly Sunday. So I'll have 3 days next week. Shouldn't be as busy, and so I might be able to throw a few more flights in. Because this flight's gonna be about 2 hours. The next flight's about an hour out to New, and then from New to New Zealand is gonna be about 3 hours. So between those, I should be able to on the beach in Miami. Well, I'm not gonna be landing on the beach itself. Try to keep things like slightly real, slightly kosher, right? All right, passengers are on board. Now we're probably just gonna be waiting for the cargo for 10 hours. Reasons. Heck, I don't know where they possibly go to collect this cargo. You know what I mean? It's a little weird. What I might do, might even just hit the sim rate thing. Land and then taxi to the beach. Oh my goodness. Well, let me get my checklist. Got everything proper. Hey, before start, cockpit prep. Oh, let's check this one. Do have our fuel on board, so seatbelt signs on. Predictive wind shear on, and cockpit door. Lock that. Parametric reference is set. VOR ADF if required. FCU altitude is 3,000. IRS alignment checked. EFIS is arc and 10 nautical miles. Flight directors both on. America. Yep, don't worry, Moza. I just want to knock out a few. I always want to knock out some world tour flights here, because my goal is to fly into every country and territory in the world. I've been doing it for probably 2 years now, going on 3 or 4 years, including back in X-Plane. So But I'm also doing a pilot's life where I'm flying a SkyWest regional in the regional jet, the CRJs. And so we'll be flying around America in that series when I do those flights. So don't worry, we'll get into Miami. And if not with SkyWest, we'll get into Miami once we jump up to. I might do an airline change at some point. Go over to like what's the? Oh, I always forget the airline's name. Silver Airways, the ones with the pink flamingo ATRs. Yep, for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing some flights over America, and we'll see what we get. I always love flying into New York and Miami. Both of them are fun places to fly into because it's so cool to see the cities, and I love flying American flights within the U.S. I definitely like those. These flights, especially the ones when we're just flying over ocean, are a little. Alright, so we're just waiting for that cargo, and yeah. Let's put. Okay, there it is. What I can do at this point is we'll turn on the APU. Start getting the APU going. I've done this in a while. Gone to the back of the plane to get the APU fire up. There it goes.
Sim rate 2. Sim rate 4.
And we'll get him sped up. There he goes. I got it 4 times speed so we can get a load it up a little quicker. I've never lived in New York City, but I lived in Hangzhou in China, and that's about 9 million people. And as far as I could tell, you didn't see a lot of homeless people over there in China. A little bit different than here in the U.S. So many beggars, so many homeless people here in the U.S. You'd see some, depending where you were, China, but there's just so many people about too over there.
Sim rate 2. Sim rate 1.
Alright, we have the APU, turn on the bleed, get the packs, pumps on, turn on the beacon light, turn off the external power.
Fuaʻamotu ground, Jetstar 998, parking 1, request pushback and startup.
Jetstar 998, pushback and startup approved.
Pushback and startup approved, Jetstar 998.
Alright, before start, checklist,
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
of the line, cockpit prep completed, gear pins and covers removed, signs on and auto, gears nav, fuel quantity 9,900 kilos, takeoff data set, and barometric reference set, both 1013, 1013, and on our backup 110. Before start, below the line, windows and doors closed, beacon light on, thrust levers, idle, parking brake. As required. Before start, checklist complete. Yep, we're gonna wait for pushback here. Oh, really, we need to do a pushback. I don't actually really.
Lock in gear.
How should we push back here? Tail to the
Exiting from editing.
Release parking brakes, please.
I just haven't flown them a lot here in a flight simulator. It's a whole different thing. I like playing War Thunder, but I just do that with the mouse and keyboard. I've never been able to get the stick to work with it properly.
Release parking brakes, please. Push.
And in War Thunder, I only fly. Lately, I've been flying the like World War I planes a lot more. Just tearing it up because I've gotten up to, you know, mid World War II kind of planes. Yeah, I've never really done DCS though. I just wanted to kind of back up so I'm clear of everything.
Please set parking brakes.
Yeah, parking brakes set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Saw the flaps kind of come up as the hydraulics kicked in. Starting engine 1.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear.
Yeah, I
right
can't
is clear.
shell out for the VFR or the VR right now. As I said, going tomorrow, do the discovery flight over at ATP flight school. So might be doing this for real. So VR might be off in the future. Get into a. We're just going flaps 1. You're saying we're just going flaps 1, but in this plane, that is what you go with. As the Boeing, when we're only going 1 degree, is kind of strange. I always did like 5. All right, so we got the engine started. Let's turn off the APU lead and the master switch. Transponder is set. Probe window heat auto. Spoilers armed. Flaps 1. Auto brake medium. Not max for our takeoff. Nose light taxi runway turn off the light. Our taxi clearance.
Fuaʻamotu ground. Jetstar 998. Request taxi.
Jetstar 998, taxi to holding point, runway 11.
Taxi to holding point. Runway 11. Jetstar 998.
We're gonna take a right turn and double back all the way down the runway. 11.
Jetstar 998, contact Fuaʻamotu Tower 118.5.
I don't know why the voices for
Contact
ATC are so
Tower,
fed up now.
118.5, Jetstar 998. Fuaʻamotu Tower, Jetstar 998, runway 11, ready for departure.
Alright, we're gonna turn everything on since we
Jetstar
are gonna be on the
998,
runway.
line up, runway 11.
Line up, runway 11, Jetstar 998.
Interesting markings on this runway. Right hand there. Alright, we're going to take off heading 108, the runway heading. We're going to fly out to Adner, then we're going to make a turn, left turn, basically 90 degrees, just about 90 degrees, headed out to Agexo, which is the transition, and then we'll be on airway Bravo 598. Yeah, correction, 76 degree, not 90 degrees, 76 degree, out to Agexo. It doesn't look like there's any restrictions, altitude or speed. Size 250 under 10,000.
Jetstar 998, wind 80 degrees at 11 knots, runway 11, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 11, cleared for takeoff, Jetstar 998.
We're clear for takeoff. Lights. Odometer, and here we go. B1 rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Clouds are really cleared up. Thrust back to climb.
Jetstar 90908, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 120.
Climb and maintain flight level 120, Jetstar 998.
How are you able to do that in VR? Okay, autopilot set. Alright, after takeoff / climb, checklist, landing gear up, flaps retracted, packs on, barometric reference, .1013. Oh, okay. Yeah, once you got the autopilot on, then it's kind of everything a little easier. Pretty high attack angle right there. 10-degree climb. Fix that flickering problem. I haven't figured that one out. At 10,000 feet, landing lights retracted, and we have a pretty stable climb, so we can turn the seatbelt signs off. Passengers get up.
Jetstar 90908, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210, Jetstar 998.
Alright, good luck, Moza. Pretty crazy over there. Away. I don't think it's a vintage livery. It came with the, it's like the Australian, not the Australian. Oh yeah, it's the Australian. I do. The Australian livery pack on Orbix that you can get for free. Obviously, you can also FlightSim.to has like a ton of Jetstar liveries, Qantas liveries, New Zealand, but I had them already set, I guess, because I picked it up from Orbix. It's just a free pack of some A20N liveries for Australia, New Zealand. And it looks good enough to me. I'm sure, actually, I mean, you can see there's no nothing on the nameplate there. So if you got like one from FlightSim.to, it'll probably have the nameplate set and all that. Yep, I want to say there. See if I can find some Jetstar. Yeah, it's that silver. Yeah, that's the kind of planes they have. Or they also have an alternate one, which is like orange. Yeah, I really like this one. That's why I picked it to fly. I was like, well, there's no real flight between here and Cook Islands, so let's knock out one. You know, an airline in the area, in the general area. Alright, we're above 18,000, flight level 180, continuing our climb to flight level 210.
Jetstar 908, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250, Jetstar 998.
Well, did you? Did you? Just setting up the descriptions for some future tour flights here. We're kind of catching up on. My world tour, all the stuff I had prepared for these flights. Looking forward to where we're going. See where we flying the Cook Islands now. Next time we're going to be flying to Niue, and then we'll be flying over to New Zealand. Then back out from New Zealand over to New Caledonia, Wallis and Futuna, back to Fiji. Then from Fiji we'll head into Australia. We'll fly cross country in Australia, then we'll go out to Christmas Island and the Cocos Islands, back in Australia, fly cross country back to the east coast, then up to Norfolk Island, back in Australia again, then to Vanuatu, back up to Fiji. We're gonna have a bunch of ATR flights, and I probably will get the ATR, the one, I think it's like $12.99 if I have the premium version, I think. So looking forward to that. That'll probably be in a few months though. We'll have a bunch of Fiji Airways. Then we'll fly out to Kiribati, Nauru, Solomon Islands. We're bouncing around, but we're gonna get into Australia. We're gonna have a bunch of Australian themed flights for a while. Bouncing between the Boeing 738 and the Airbus, Qantas and Virgin. So, fun. looking forward to that. It's been so long again since I've flown Australia. Last time I was really over here flying World Tour was back in X-Plane. Obviously, X-Plane and Flight Simulator look very different in terms of the visuals. Man, chased down by missiles.
At flight level 230, climbing flight level 340.
Jetstar 998, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 340.
Continue climb, flight level 340, Jetstar 998.
Lost tracking. Sounds like a good thing, I would think, right? Story up there. Oh yeah, I saw it. I saw it. You're diving. Was that the same missile? Or was that another missile? Because you dove to 6,000 with a missile. Was that the same one that you just finally got it to break off? That's wild. Five missiles shot, 2 locked on, the other 3 shot my wingman. Oof. What are you flying right now? Jet, are you flying? F-18. See the moon back there? Mach 2 lost control. Not good. Get it under control, man.
Jetstar 998, climb and maintain, flight level 370.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 370. Jetstar 998.
Formosa is ejected from that plane. Well, good luck. Behind enemy lines. Alright. Where are we going right now on our climb? We're at 0.784 Mach. Uh-oh. locking onto you too? Still locking onto you. Jake the Wingman. Rest in peace. Never knew ya, but rest in peace. Oh man. Oh, he made it? You get me kind of geared up to want to do some War Thunder. I know it's not the same. I know it's not the same as a VR as a VTOL, but what? Alright, this sounds all a little out there, Bosa man. I don't know. I don't want that right there. What's popping up right over my back? Say so. You say so. Sounds a little far-fetched. But I have no experience in VTOL, so I have no idea what can happen in that. Alright, well, we're at cruise. I'm going to step away for a moment, try to do something, unclog our drain. It was an enemy. He hit us with his jet, and we were both dead. Oh, well, that I can see that. I can see an enemy flying through you guys with that. But you actually like he scooped you up, which I suppose he could have. All right, well, I'm gonna step away. We got, it looks like an hour and a half to go. I'm gonna step away, hopefully only for like half an hour here. Get this clog worked out. Grab a bite to eat, and we'll be on our approach into the Cook Islands. That's gotta be pretty wild in VR, though. I have to say that. That's gotta be pretty wild. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. I will be back, so enjoy your flight. Annoying with that flicker. Hey, let's stay up in the cockpit. We'll kind of. There you go. Yep, see you in a few minutes. You guys can see the progress and everything up there. Yeah, let me get a map of the flight course and everything. See the progress. Go. All right, see you, Moza. Puked. Oh, yum. That was great. All right, I will see you guys later. Oh, I'd already covered my face.
Jetstar 998, expect outlet and 1 Alpha, arrival, RNAV, Whiskey, approach, runway 08, report when ready for descent.
Alright, literally just in time to get our arrival information. Alright, so coming on runway 8, RNAV, Whiskey, NIV 1 Alpha. Transition Opuna, we'll add that. Transition Gutma, and where we park in. Just in time. Selected arrival settings are not capable for this aircraft. What the heck does that mean? I love when it does that. Like, no, we can't do that.
Jetstar 998, expect NF 1 Alpha, arrival, RNAV, Whiskey, approach, runway 08, report when ready for descent.
Expect NF 1 Alpha, arrival, RNAV, Whiskey, approach, runway 08, report when ready for descent. Jetstar 998. Jetstar 998,
The top of
ready
descent
for
already
descent.
reached.
Jetstar 998, maintain, flight level 370.
Let's go in here and get the
Maintain
MEDAR.
Flight level 370, Jetstar 998.
Jetstar 998, descended, maintain, flight level 280.
Descend and maintain flight level 280, Jetstar 998.
Okay, it's like only... That's 9,000 feet. Okay. I thought for sure, I was like, why are they giving me such a stupid distance? Alright, seatbelt signs back on. Never noticed this before. I think that's probably we're 4,500 feet above where we should be. We'll get it figured out. about 98 minutes into the flight. I like how this one, like on the Boeing, it just goes by hour, but this it goes hundreds, I suppose. Which can be a little confusing. Same time. That's trying to get down, but they're hitting that speed. He's right on top of it because you see the speed. Because as we get lower, obviously your ground speed a little higher. That air pressure pushing on the plane. That's where you get that speed, is the pressure hitting the sensors and stuff. 0.81 Mach on descent. Get that company message. Menu. Messages. There's the MEDAR. That out. Performance page. Approach. Alright, so we're going November Charlie Romeo Golf. This is from, I want to say, half an hour ago. Hopefully. QNH 1011. Temperature 28, dew point of 25. And winds we have 350 at 5 on a wind. It'll be good for our landing. Actually, it's gonna be a little bit of a crosswind. Nothing too terrible. And we only have one runway at this airport in any case, so A little bit of a tailwind, it looks like.
Jetstar 998, descend and maintain. Flight level 240.
Descend and maintain. Flight level 240. Jetstar 998.
Here. Alright, take a look at our approach coming in to Aniva. We have this possible hold at Apuna if we need it. At Apuna between 3,000 and then down to 2,000. We're going to be at 2,000. We're going to capture side slope like 1.6 miles out from Atlas is when we start our descent, actually. Atlas, we want to be at 1,500. Let's see. Final approach course is going to be 76 degrees. Procedure altitude, Atlas, 1,500. Our minimum is going to be 440. Punch that in. It's actually going to go on this page right here. 440 under Barrow. Alright, missed approach track via the RNAV, missed approach to Angai, mandatory 3,100 feet, max 185. So we're just going to follow the course out to Angai. A little bit complicated, but I believe we have that all on the flight plan. Double check that. No, we don't. That'll be a little bit of a headache. That's the problem with the Fly-by-Wire A20N. It doesn't put the missed approach procedures in. Then 150.
Flight level 150. Contact Rarotonga. Approach 118.1. Jetstar 998. Rarotonga approach. Jetstar 998. Inbound. Aniva. At flight level 240. Descending. Flight level 150.
Jetstar 998. Radar contact. Continue descent. Flight level 150.
Key thing we want to look at here, we have a few hazard beacons. That's why we have to do that kind of turn out to avoid hazards there. Anything else we look at? 440 for the minimum. We get again here, mandatory 3,100 feet on the RNAV track to Angai and into a hold. For operators with Cook Islands CAA approval only, RF required, maintain approach RNP value until RG 732, and RNP 1.0. Procedure not available when temperature is below 10 degrees Celsius or above 47 degrees Celsius, and use local altimeter settings. See our transition level 150, and then the altitude is 13,000. That's where we'll go into our ground pressure, our local pressure, altimeter settings, where we go from flight levels to feet. We don't have to go around because I have no idea what these RNP values actually mean. That's something I have to learn. I've been doing a number of RNAVs lately, but I'm not really sure what RNP and that stuff. MSOX is our next waypoint. We have nothing on the star for altitudes at these waypoints, but by the time we get to Apuna, we want to be around between 3 and 2,000. And it looks like there's probably things, minimums, perhaps attached right there. Those constraints on. I'm going to throw in the VOR on the radio page. It's already automatically got it. That's pretty cool. Wait, go back in there. hit the course, which is about 76 degrees. And not a lot to see on these flights, but kind of fun landing in these islands out in the middle of the ocean. A little bit different than landing in the Caribbean islands, I think. And we're getting closer to a little bit of Australian flying. Papua New Guinea is an interesting one, flying over from the north or from the south is really cool, flying over the mountains there. And soon enough we'll be into Asia proper, into East Asia, Japan, Korea, China. China's gonna be fun. That's where I lived for a while, and the only problem with China is that it's not doesn't have the greatest of photogrammetry, basically none at all, and then not the greatest satellite imagery either in a lot of places. I do at some point have to do some flights out around China. I download a whole bunch of different Chinese airports that are pretty cool actually, but they're really high altitude. Some of the highest airports in the world also. I'm trying to figure out how to do those flights. I wonder why it's transitioning at pressure there.
Jetstar 9er A, descend and maintain 6,000 QNH 1011.
Descend and maintain 6,000, Jetstar 998.
Crazy thing about the Cook Islands, looking at it, it's almost the exact pattern of the stars on the Australian flag. Really? That based on that? It'd be crazy if it was. I don't think it is, but kind of a weird coincidence. We're landing on the westernmost island, I think. The rest of them are kind of further off. Not a ton to see, though. Very small island. Plane is leading speed down to 250 as we get to 10,000 feet. Alright, we're going to land at runway 8. Grab the chart again here. Our runway is 7,641 feet, so not the longest runway, so we're going to go probably max auto brake just to be safe. And then make sure we exit at Alpha. If we can't exit Alpha and have to go all the way down, we do have a turnaround point. That's all it is. We got 2 parking spots. Very small little airport. Got some caution during night. Don't have to worry about night. We do have birds on the airport. Visibility to the west of runway limited due to trees obstructing portions of runway under camera surveillance. Runway 26 right hand. Visibility to the west of runway. Runway west would be right there. That's kind of weird. South, north? Well, we'll see, I guess. Our island right there. Turn on the runway, turn off lights, and the nose light once we get clearance. See the runway right there. Actually, yeah. On the north side of the island. Break in here.
Jetstar 908, descend and maintain 2,900.
Descend and maintain 2,900. Jetstar 998.
Why am I getting the bad feeling we're gonna have to do a go around? And can't even get down to 250 and we're spoilers. I feel like that's where we actually get to where that's our target for descent. I feel like, I don't know. Getting a little nervous, especially since we're carrying all this speed still. Luna's coming up really fast in this flight plan, and let's hold.
Jetstar 908, proceed direct open on cleared at Eve 1 Alpha, arrival.
Proceed direct door Puna, cleared and at 1 Alpha, arrival. Jetstar 998.
Jetstar 908, descend and maintain 2,000.
Descend and maintain 2,000. Jetstar 998.
Jetstar 908, cleared RNAV Whiskey, approach at 2,000, runway 08, report established final track.
Alright, we're gonna go into this
Cleared
hold.
RNAV Whiskey, approach at 2,000, runway
Lead off some
08,
speed.
report established final track. Jetstar 998.
Get down to 2,000 feet because I want to be battling it as we get into that 16 nautical mile spot. Family's doing good. They just got home from dinner. Boy is zonked out now, I think. He'll be running around like crazy in the next hour once he wakes up. Brake's still out.
$2,500.
Alright, we'll just do a little circle. That gave us enough time to kind of clean everything up. Better safe than sorry. $9:25. 9:25 in the morning, local time. Always curious. Oh, because we did a little bit of a like. Why is my time off by three minutes? Because I had it set the same time, except same minute, so it'd be look the same. But we did a little bit of a time acceleration when we were loading the plane just to get that cargo on quicker. That's why the clocks have gone off. I was wondering, like, why clocks not match? That's why. Alright, so here we are at Puna. We need to be max 200 knots, so that was another reason. Adlist coming up, max 165, so... Go with flaps 2, get us down to all the way down to our approach speed.
2,000.
Jetstar 998 established on final track.
Jetstar 998, contact Rarotonga Tower 118.1.
Contact Rarotonga Tower 118.1. Jetstar 998. Rarotonga Tower, Jetstar 998 on final 08.
Jetstar 998, continue approach.
Continue approach, Jetstar 998.
Cabin check. Landing gear down. Alright, approach checklist. Briefing confirmed. ECAM status checked. Seatbelts on. Barrow set 1011. Radio barrow set 440. Engine mode selected as required. The landing gear down. Okay, 1,500 feet at Adlis. The green dot, that's what it would be.
Jetstar 998, wind 10
1,000.
degrees at 4 knots, clear to land 08.
Cleared to land. 08. Jetstar 998.
Cleared land. Levels all the way up. We'll see, we'll see. It's been a while since I've landed in the Airbus. A little shallow right now. Nice thing with the Airbus, you just set it where you want to be today. So right now we're at a 5 degree.
$400 minimum.
Oh. It's been a while since I've landed this
300.
one versus the Boeing and the CRJ.
$200. $100. $50, $40, $30, $20. Retard. 10, 5.
Jetstar 998.
Not butter at all.
Contact ground 121.9er.
When vacated, contact ground 121.9. Jetstar 998.
Well, kind of in a funk right now with my landings. Kind of all really firm or really coming in hard and firm. Really nice upgrade for this airport. Free upgrades you can find. Love the texture.
Rarotonga ground. Jetstar
Always in Air
998,
New Zealand
runway vacated.
hacking in.
Jetstar 998. Taxi 2. Parking 4.
I don't know what it is lately. I've just been kind of
Jetstar
not
998.
the best landings. That's just my own shortcoming on it. At a pew. Going. 4. I'm parking for. That's GSX. Don't want to go to. We want to go the one that Air New Zealand is not at.
The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft. The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
Packed little airport. Very interesting buildings. Look very Chinese. Also very confusing with all the lines. We'll see if this works because I think this gate worked. I think gate 2, the other one where New Zealand is at, doesn't work. Like isolated or whatever, so GSX won't work with it. Oh, and I didn't set this place up properly because this would be another airport where we could just have the passengers walk off the plane, but they're probably gonna have the bus come now. Alright, parking brakes set. Taxi lights off. On. Coming off. Unfortunately, I can't.
The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
Port me to the spot. Yeah, it's completely different than the way I came in the park. So, all right. One problem with GSX is, well, what I need to do is with these smaller airports, I need to come in and I need to make sure I get everything set up. I forgot to do that this one, so next flight we'll get it all arranged properly as I learn and get better at doing it. I don't know where the passengers are going to go because I didn't set that up. Unfortunately, I'm going to get off and we're so close. It's like get off. Again, I'll have to set that up for the next flight when they come out. I'll have to kind of work on that. That'll be my project, getting some GSX things for these airports. All right, beacon light can come off. Seatbelt signs can come off. Back to that ground power. And request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
Stairs. They're way over here. While we're waiting on that, let's pull up Volanta and check out the flight. Delete this now. I haven't been getting the pop-ups of discovering new countries. I don't know if it already showed up, probably. Review the flight. Look at that. Nice straight shot over to the Cook Islands. Landing rate -406. So struggling with the landing rate lately. Flight time just over 2 hours. The landing speed. I think that was a good landing speed. We just put it down too quick. And our little loop-de-loop there to get up. Alright, and we'll open the door automatically. Bring up the world tour map. Everywhere we've been so far, you can see we've been in a few places on the right side of the map, but we're going back to the left again. Right over here. I believe this is going to be Cook Island. There it is. The flag is bigger than the island. There it is. There's actually a bunch of other ones that are smaller, but there it is. Cook Islands. Zoom all the way out. We're pretty close. Got this little rest of the Pacific and this corner, basically the southwest corner, or the southeast corner of the world map here. And we'll have to go back. We're going to get back in and get Yemen and Syria at some point. There are a few countries that a few places we're going to have to kind of just do some special flights to get to. It's looking very pretty, if I say so. That. Goodbye. Passengers coming off. Where are they gonna come? They not come off because they don't know where to go? Probably. Could be the problem. Oh well. That's what you get for not for not setting up your custom waypoints. We'll get that all arranged for the next flight on the departure. Yeah, beautiful. Man, nice little airport here. You can find this on flightsim.to. Forget who it is. It's something Mountain. He's got a number of airports out here in the Pacific, which is a really good thing that we're gonna fly out here. Really nice. Wow. I didn't even get that close to these buildings before. really nice and detailed. Really cool. That's very good work, actually. Usually you'll get very close and it'll just be kind of rough and whatever. But this is actually really detailed. Really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make a custom GSX thing, and maybe I'll even post it on. Put enough work into it. I'll post it on. Say there is a custom GSX. Did not that right? Because I know for a lot of his airports, he has a custom. Rarotonga Airport Scenery Enhancement. Oh no, this is L. Swain Studios. No GSX for it. But it's a really nice one, so looking for that. Here is a link. I'll throw it in. There you go. There's a link to this airport. Keep an eye out if you're on Flight Sim. Maybe I'll put my custom GSX, or at least this spot for the gate 1. Gate 2, it's like isolated. I don't know how to fix that. That works. All right, well, there's Rarotonga International. Beautiful work by what's the name here? L. Swain Studios. One of the better airports actually out there. I mean, texture, beautiful ground textures. Love the solar panels all over there. Be cool. No idea what it's talking about with the low visibility with trees on the west side of the airport. West would be literally no trees.
Do you want
During
to
the
deboard
run.
crew?
Yeah,
Crew deboarding starting. Pilots deboarding starting.
Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna happen because we don't have any paths made. All right. Well, I'll get that all fixed and try to make sure. I'll try to make sure I get the GSX custom stuff all set up for my flight so we can get the cool visuals. Especially since I know where I'm going on these flights far in advance, I should be able to set that kind of stuff up. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for coming on the flight. Next flight, we'll be flying over to the country of N-I-E-U-E. I'm not sure how to say that. But we'll be in Air New Zealand. Another fictional flight, but we'll be in the A320 again. Air New Zealand, flying over there, and then from New, we'll be flying into New Zealand, into Auckland. I'll probably might get that new flight tomorrow evening, maybe. See how it goes. It's a shorter one, about an hour long. So I will see you then, and if not tomorrow night, definitely on Friday. Friday, Saturday, I have off, so look for me streaming in the morning and possibly in the evening if it is not too hot, because this room gets too hot in the summer, so that's why we have morning stream. Alright, I will see you next time. Thanks for coming along, and until next time, happy flying. Take care.